Good morning, students. Let us talk about principles of poultry housing. The ancestors of present-day poultry bird, that is fowl, is the red jungle fowl. Its scientific name is Gallus gallus. It is a wild bird and is protected by the forest and lay less number of eggs. It has high resistance to diseases. From this red jungle fowl, present day hybrid fowls are developed. These hybrid fowls produce more eggs and meat and has less resistance. Hence, we have to provide good shelter and protection for them. For this, we have to follow the principles of poultry housing. The first one, site selection. The place where poultry farm is to be established must possess road facility, electricity and water sources. The poultry houses are to be constructed in an area where there is good market for eggs and chicken and the feed etc. are available at cheaper rates. The high land with loamy soil is better as they provide better drainage. The place where poultry farm is to be established should possess sufficient space for expansion in future if required. The poultry sheds must be constructed in east-west direction along their length so that the shed receives sunshine from sides. Second one is requirements of housing. Under this, A. Floor space. The floor space required may vary according to size, type, breed, and number of fowls to be reared and method of rearing. It is advisable to allow more space for smaller house and less space for large house. The floor space per bird ranges from 2 to 4 square feet depending on breed and number of fowls. The floor of poultry house must always be kept dry. Damp floor is unfit for poultry because fowls feel discomfort and are also attacked by diseases like pneumonia, cough, etc. The dampness in poultry shed is due to some of the problems like leakages in water tubs, moisture rising through floor, rains through sides, leaky roof, expiration of fowls. Next one is overcrowding. Overcrowding in poultry shed cause easy spread of diseases and birds suffer from malnutrition, then leads to cannibalism. Cannibalism means pecking of feathers with one another. The poultry floor becomes damp due to this cannibalism. This is the picture here. The deep litter system on the floor. The floor is covered by litter. On the floor, the birds can be reared with optimum requirements of floor space. Here is the nipple drinking system. It avoids the dampness of litter. Next one is ventilation. The poultry house must be well ventilated in such a way that when fresh air enters the shed from one side, the stale air passes out from the other side. Ventilation is to be reduced in winter to avoid loss of heat from the shed. Hence, it is clear that fowls need more fresh air. Thus, the poultry shed must be well ventilated. So here in this shed, the house is provided with the heaters and also exhaust fans to prevent dampness of the shed. This is the cage system on the first floor. The cages are there. Next one is temperature. As the poultry birds are homeotherms, they can maintain constant body temperature. Hence, fowls adjust temperature fluctuations to some extent. Hen needs A moderate temperature of 10 degrees centigrade to 21 degrees centigrade. The poultry house must kept cool in summer and warm in winter. Covering of roof with straw, it acts as an insulator, keep the shed cool in summer and warm in winter. Next one is light. Light stimulates the egg production in birds. If proper lighting is provided, birds become active, consume more feed and lay more eggs. Light stimulates pituitary to release gonadotropins. Hence, the poultry shed must possess proper lighting arrangement. So this is the cage system with the proper lighting arrangement, and the birds are placed in the 3 or 4 tiers. Next one, sanitation. The poultry house must be designed in such a way that it must be easy to clean and spray insecticides, etc. If the sanitation is poor, the birds are attacked by several parasites like ticks, lice, mites, etc. They live among feathers, irritate the birds, and cause poor growth and a drop in egg production. Next one, labor. Availability of labor is an important factor in poultry farming. Non-availability of labor whenever required directly affect the profitability. Hence, poultry farm must be constructed in a place where there is no problem in availability of labor. Next, fourth one is social problems. Thieves and unsocial elements cause difficulties in smooth functioning of poultry farm. Poultry farm should not be constructed in religious places where there is no demand for egg and meat. Hence, social condition must be taken into consideration before starting a poultry farm. Fifth one is humidity. High humidity in the poultry house is a very harmful because it promotes the development of disease causing agents. Less humidity result in dusty litter which interfere the respiration of poultry birds. Hence, correct humidity is an important factor in the poultry house. The recommendable relative humidity in the shed is 40 to 60%. So here in this picture, the disinfection of the labor and also the shed, and here the dead diseased birds are burnt away from the poultry houses. Thank you so much.